Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Ra'ar, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and the elder bishops from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. Shalom to the Akim across the world, pushing the truth and sincere in the hope for elect. So, Shalom. And to the few sisters that are listening, of course. Shalom. So, the video that I want to play is basically shows you the times we're living in, and that is going to get harder, and people ain't taking this thing serious, man, in the time period that we are living in right now, man. I just saw also a video about a man came up to basically in another man's house and looking for his daughter because he had a kind of spirit on him, and Lord willing I can do there also a video on and going into that scriptures also, because vengeance there are spirits that created a vengeance, man, and the Most High has these all lined up, man. Everything is happening for a reason, and the Most High is just playing his movie, man, and we can be a part of his movie and seeing these things happening. But people ain't taking heed to really what is going down. They ain't taking it serious because times are getting evil. Woe to him that called evil good and good evil. And we know in what, roughly paraphrasing, and we know in what time we are, man. And the scriptures also says in 2nd Ezra 9, measure down that time diligently in itself, roughly paraphrasing, because we know in what time we are, man. And things are starting to get worse and worse, man. You're gonna have a lot of people losing their jobs. People are basically cannot basically get food anymore, or can pay the electricity bills, because everything is going to get higher and higher. So we understand in the things what is happening. So we only know that we can only rely on Yahweh Basham Shai for the things that he is doing to help us, basically, to let us grow in this truth, to make us better, and to protect us, man, because we need his protection. We need to be under his umbrella that we can apply and do his ways, his rules, and try to do our best what we can do, man, because we need Yahweh Basham Shai. We cannot do this by ourselves. Let me close the door for just a second. Bear with me. Yeah, so lucky for that. So we need his guidance, we need his protection, man. And that's why we also, it's good to keep on reading Psalms 91, so that you can see, like, hey, we are under his shadow, in his shadow, man. And that's the only way that we can survive these things what is coming, man. People are thinking like, oh, I do muscles up, I do gym work, I do karate, I do all kind of martial arts. Guess what? That shit ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna save you, man. If you don't have Yahweh Basham Shai, it ain't gonna save you. All these tough guys that you're thinking they can beat the whole world, guess what? They're gonna cry like females in travail, man. And that's what the scripture says. So how much more are you that are of a humble spirit, abiding by Yahweh Basham Shai and doing his will, that you're gonna be protected, man? While they crying for all hell breaking loose, and you just be praying to Yahweh Basham Shai and stay calm. That's your mindset, how you're supposed to be, man. So the first that I wanted to read is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, pushing the wicked to destruction. So you see, all these things are going to happen. And the video that I have here, fair use, fair use. Let me play it. And then read the scripture again.
So, come out here and talk to me, actually. Alright, what's going on today?
So, my mother has dementia.
Yeah,
And I
right here.
spoke to you. You want me to bring it?
No, I need you here. Are you going back inside?
Sure. Stay there.
Where are you going?
To show you the weed.
I don't need the weed. I don't need the weed.
Yes, you do.
I need the story. What's going on? Why are you being weird?
I'm being weird because I smoke weed. And I'm still high.
Okay.
Yo, calm.
What's wrong with you, man?
Calm.
What's wrong?
Calm.
You want to sit down for me?
Calm.
Hey, back up,
Calm.
Back up. Back up. You're gonna get tased. Don't go back inside the house. What did you take?
I took weed. I was trying to show you.
Just weed?
Yes.
Okay. What are you doing, man? You're doing way too much. Sit down.
Yeah. You said
Sit
earlier.
down.
You tried to blind my mind. You said calm. Ah!
Taser deployed. Don't hit. Stop.
No, I mean you don't win. You don't win.
Stop moving.
So the first video that was just a second. Close this off. So yeah, the first video that was shown, that this guy basically he dragged his mother on the floor, and he said his mother was going to the mansion, but he dragged her on the floor, and then the neighbor came out and he pulled on their neighbor's hair. And you can look up this video on the internet, but it shows you like what the son was doing. And he said, like you heard already, he said he was just doing weed, and that's what you were getting basically by doing weed. So close out the sound. Yeah, so he was saying to the cops, so here you see his mother laying down on the ground, right? And here he started attacking the neighbor. If I can move this, maybe you see it better. But here you see the mother laying down on the ground. So he attacked, and then he started grabbing the neighbors, the female, by the hair. You see? So all these things are going to happen more often, and we're gonna see all these things happening, and that's why the scriptures comes in line. That's why I read Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth and wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So this is things what is going to happen in the near future. These things are coming in the near future. So that's why we explain it to people like, be careful of things what is coming. The Most High is already warning the people like, hey, these two things that is really going to happen. And the Most High created these spirits for vengeance. So you're gonna see bugged out people that basically coming, that bugged out people going to get crazy on the street, man. Because also you gotta understand the love of many gonna wax even colder, man. Right now you already experience a lot of things happening. And let me stop playing this video before they're gonna say it like it's basically going into because I already had two strikes, so I need to be careful with the videos uploading on things what they say misinformation and all kind of things. Well, we know this is a BS, but yeah, we need to be careful with things. But yeah, then I start on my second channel. But yeah, for now, again, the spirits are created for vengeance. So the Most High created that, and you're gonna see people come and be bugged out, start grabbing on people, grabbing on females. Eventually, police ain't gonna help the people anymore. These things that we are keeping warning the people for. So there be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. So, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine. Fire and hell and famine. And we're gonna see famine soon, man. There's a lot of famine going to be happening, man. People are like we said, the Iran, when Iran closed the borders, basically, there's also gonna be problems with the food industry. Now you have oil, gasoline, but eventually you're also gonna have problems with the food, and that's going to be because, if I'm not mistaken, Iran is like 20% of the has 20% of the whole world supply basically for the oil. Then you had Venezuela has a lot, but basically they even in the 20% of the world's population from Hormuz is going to basically is goes to the refunds, the research comes out of Hormuz basically. But yeah, you're gonna see famine coming because now the border is closed and the whole world's gonna see like, hey man, we still need that 20% because the food supply, the how you say, to plant your seed, all these things comes from Iran. Famine and death, so also death. All these were created for vengeance. So when you see all these people start bugging out, they start killing, and what you just saw with Turkey, right? Turkey, you also saw that the school shooter, he started to shoot in Turkey. How often that happened? But yeah, still the Turkish goes back to Isa. But yeah, they call themselves the Turks, but they still goes to back to Isa. But you see all these things happening. America has a lot of school shooting often. Australia had one, not one, multiple, but also start happening more often. So these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So the wicked are going to be punished eventually by the power of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai. And also wanted to bring out was Matthew 24 and 12. Let me look it up real quick. This is Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, let me start at 10. Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what like we were already explaining multiple times, that people start hating each other more often, not helping each other, not being like so-called brotherly love, but also in general. The scripture also says, if it be possible, be at peace with everybody, right? Roughly paraphrasing, but it shows you like it is almost impossible because a lot of people are thinking about themselves. Only what can I profit out of the things if I do something for each other. They ain't doing things just to help anymore, man. They be like, man, if I need to help you, I need to have profit out of that. But that's what you're gonna see more often happen, because you gotta understand, when they basically famine is there, people ain't gonna help. Yeah, even your neighbors come in your house, try to basically steal everything out of your house, man. And that's why you need to put it in your mind. You be barbecuing with your neighbor, be all laughing on the Friday, and shit hits the fan. After that, he steps in your house because he knew, like, hey, you had the meat there, man. After a couple of days, he knows you like all the cans. You had cans in your closet, extra water, all these things. He coming in, man. He ain't thinking about you anymore. He thinking about feeding his family, feeding his belly. So again, Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what is going to happen. And also what I want to bring out is Timothy. This is 2 Timothy 3, and let me start at 1. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedience to parents, unthankful, unholy. And you saw what that guy was doing. He was disrespecting basically to his parents, to his mother. How can you drag your mother on the street and you want to say she is dementia? You've been smoking all kind of nonsense, man. But these are just normal things. What is going to happen, man? The Most High created them, man. For man shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous. They want to take everything what you have, and basically jealousy. If they see what they don't have, they take it from you, man. Boasted, proud, blasphemous, disobedience to parents, unthankful. People ain't thankful anymore. Unholy, starting to get more away from Yahweh Bashemishai. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. And that's also the vibration what we're living on right now. The lovers of pleasure. People are more occupied with the filthiness of this world, man. The respect of man and female ain't there anymore, man. Because the whole majority of these people, there is no more, how do you say it? There ain't no more respect of boundaries. Like you have, for example, the man has his duty and the female has his duty, but that even is gone, man. Now man even be like, no man, I ain't gonna pay no bills for you, man. I ain't doing that thing. You get your own house, man. You pay your bills. I pay my thing, you pay your thing. If you want to have the lust, that's okay, but don't expect me to do something for you. Because back in the days, you saw a lot of men were trying to do their part, like provide. That's something a man naturally has in itself, to protect, to provide his house, to be like, hey, this is my house, I need to protect it, I need to make sure everything is paid. Nowadays, hey, Esau makes it very difficult so you can pay all the electricity bill, pay your mortgage of your rent, all these things. He makes it very difficult for you to do that. But nowadays men be like, no man, it's better for me to dwell alone than to have a female and she's nagging my head. Then I'm better to be alone and pay my things and I'm good. I live alone and then I don't need to do these things. That's how the mindset of these the man that are starting to get waking up, they'll be starting to get wiser. Like, hey, I ain't gonna fall for the trap anymore. You want a six-figure man or this and that with status, he needs to be this height, but what do I get in return? Just only the box, that used box? Is that it? So what are you bringing to the table? Because nowadays these female ain't cooking, they ain't cleaning, they ain't doing shit. So what you bringing me back for? So why should I pay for your things while you ain't bringing things back for me? That's not that's basically a one-way street. So man started to wake up to these things like, no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't crazy. I ain't gonna do that. And that's why we know, hey, that's why we also know we need to stay to the script, man. Because don't let a woman rule over you. Don't let a woman have control over your substance. You make your money. Make sure you are in control of your money. Make sure you don't give your credit card or your bank account to her. No, you are in control. You need to have it on deck. If she needs something, you can help. No worries. We ain't saying like you ain't supposed to help, or if you're good with your wife, it's not for everybody, right? So I hope it's clear when we say certain things that you be like, oh, I need to do that because the brother said this and that. No, if it's you have your agreement, you have your thing good, set it up. stay to the scripts that the scripture says, don't let a woman have control of your substance, roughly paraphrasing. That's something that you're supposed to have and that you're supposed to have and keep on controlling. So that's why we say stay to the scripts, don't get away from that, because the moment you step away from the script, you're going to lose everything. The scriptures are very pure and they are perfect to apply always, man. Don't fall away from the scripts. That's why we keep on reading all these things. 2 Timothy 3 and 4 or 5. Let me read 4. Traitors, highly high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. And that's what we were saying, like they love more the lust of this world rather to be of Yahweh Shemishai, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. For such turn away, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lust. And that's what really the world is basically on lust, man. Yeah, basically that I wanted to bring out. See if I have a little bit more. I can read Psalms 104 and 4 also. I didn't want to make it too long, just go straight to the point on the things that you're supposed to meditate upon, what is happening all around us, man. And that's why we also see that we are almost at the end, because this is starting to get more and more. Should we remove forever? And you read Psalms 104, and let me start at 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord, my power. Thou art very great, thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, that's Yahweh Shemishai, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his minister a flaming fire. So you see, even the angels, man, the Most High created, like, hey, it's the spirits of fire, man. What do you think the angels are? Hey, the angels, if you look upon the angel, you're gonna be scared out of your BS, man. Not out of your BS, but out of your ass, basically, man. Because, hey, they are rough, man. They are rough, man. But that's why it shows you also, man. We have seen videos about an angel came to a camp and he was standing behind the bushes, man. That man was when you looked at him, you see a lot of power, basically, man. And that's the power of Yahweh Bashemishai, man. Let me read one more script and then I'm gonna close it out. This is Proverbs 16. Proverbs 16 and 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So when you see all these wicked people being gunned down or being dying or doing all kind of wicked things, don't be looking upon them. Just do your part and following Yahweh Shemishai, man, because they gonna get their judgment, man. The wicked gonna get their judgment. So the Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So when you see these things happen, guess what? The Most High reserved them for the day of evil, man. Making it even a public example for us to see, like, hey, do wicked, you're gonna get this. Keep on doing wicked, even the wicked gonna get punished. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. So don't be proud in your heart, man. Be of a humble spirit. Be of a humble spirit unto Yahweh Shemishai, man. Everyone that is proud in his heart, and it's not talking about the heart here, it's talking about your mind. For the people that always say, yeah, my heart is, yeah, and we understand also the scripture that says that the mind is the, how does it go? The mind is, who knows it? The mind is deceitful above all things. Who knows it? Yahweh Shemishai, roughly paraphrasing, but going back to the point that I want to make. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked of the day, for the day of evil. everyone that is proud in his heart is an abomination. So if you be proud in your mind, and that's why we say not the heart, because that's just a vessel that is pumping in your chest. Your mind is the operation, and if you be thinking, it's coming from your mind. And if you be proud in the spirit like Esau is, hey, the Most High doesn't like those things, man. Everyone that is proud in his heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. You see? So you ain't gonna be unpunished. If you stay proud in the spirit, you're gonna be punished, and the wicked ain't gonna escape judgment, man. The wicked they gonna get their judgment, man. And that's also for our own people, not only for the people that are of these other nations, even our own people. If they don't return to Yahweh Bashem Shai, they're gonna get judged also, man. That's why it is high time to wake out of sleep, man, because salvation is nearer than we believe, man. Proverbs 16:19. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning. Understand is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and added learning to his lips. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and healed to the bones, health to the bones. So the word is also cleaning you up, man. It is very healthy for you to read, to keep on study that self-approved, to be occupied in the scriptures, man. Don't step away from the scriptures, man. That's why keep on praying, instant, in season, out of season. Keep on meditating on the scriptures. Try to read every day, even if it's just one chapter, man, or just one. Go to Psalms, start reading, man. You're gonna see the Spirit is gonna to teach you, and Yahweh Bashem Shai gonna open up your spirit more often, man. And that's why we also the word is a two-edged sword, man. Sometimes we are trying to do our best, and we need to also push. But sometimes you when you came back from the job, you're tired. But yeah, we need to keep on pushing. That's why we need to keep on putting the highest boundaries of making our videos. So it's also a mindset that you train yourself with discipline, because discipline is also something that is important when you come into this truth, but also in life. And that's why we need Yahweh Bashem Shai to keep on showing us these things, man. So understand, these times are going to get harder. Famine is coming. Prepare yourself, man. Prepare yourself and trusting in Yahweh Bashem Shai that He will guide you and help you to grow. So with that, I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Rahara, Kakadash, double honors to the elders, apostles, and the elder bishops from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. Shalom to the Akim across the world, pushing the truth and sincere and hopeful elect. Shalom.